Hello, this is Deceptive Sanctuary with the Young Freaks, and today we will be learning about ambient pads and how to make them. And I've already recorded this once, as I think I say later on in the video. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember making the sound. I don't know exactly what I said. But here is the end sound, and the original was so much better. Ish. So, I hope you enjoy. Yep. So, let's get started. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go to channel, open up a 3x OSC. That's what we got. And we're going to set, we're going to set that back to what it was. Oscillator 1 we're going to set to a saw wave. Oscillator 2 we're going to set to a rounded square, I think that is. Yeah. And then oscillator 3 we're going to set to a square wave. And we're going to make sure that oscillator 2 is at 25% of volume. And I think that'll be good. We're going to turn up oscillator 3 to negative 12 semitones rather than negative 24. And then we're going to jump over here to the instrument tab, and we're going to mess with the envelope, not for the cutoff. We're going to go to volume and mess with the envelope. And that's nearly good. We're going to extend out the release a little bit. We're going to bring in the decay, take out all of the hold, okay, out with the decay. And then we're going to mess with the tension, so the attack's more built up. Alright, that sounds good. Now we're going to go to cutoff, and we're going to go to the SVF low pass 2. And we're going to bring it down to right about there. And why we chose the low pass times 2 is because if you look at the original low pass, it's more of a slope. However, if you look at the times 2, it's more steep, and that's better for pads, I think. I'm going to bring the volume down so it's not clipping. Now we're going to jump. We're going to stay in the insert tab, and we're going to bring up the amount just slightly for the LFO, and let's try that. Until you get that sort of sound. I know that doesn't sound good, but we're going to set the speed to 64 steps, so that way it gives it a bit of movement. Now we're going to go over here to the function tab and click this little drop down box next to echo, delay, fat mode. We're going to click fat, 8 voices. Then we're going to turn it up, the echoes up to 10. We're going to turn the feedback all the way up. We're going to click the left mouse button, or the middle mouse button over the pan to set that back to normal. And then the pitch up to about 7 cents. That sounds bad, right? I know. So next, what we're going to end up doing is, the reason why it sounds bad is it's sort of like it's a mono sound. So because it's a mono sound, all of them are phasing with each other. All of the echoes are. So how we're going to fix that is we're going to turn on the phase randomness, which makes each sound bounce, left or right, and give it that stereo effect and stop all the phasing. This is what we have if we play a diatonic triad on C. However, if I turn up the phase randomness, so much better. You're going to want to make sure that on cutoff it is set to global and tempo based time. You're also going to want to turn down the attack. I'm going to turn up the LFO, or not the LFO, the cutoff. It'd be better if you played it on like 4. C4. Haha, pun intended. So we're gonna name this one real quick. Pad. Yeah. Layer 1. And color it because I'm picky. Then we're gonna create a layer and we're gonna name it pad layer. I cannot type today. And we're gonna color it the same exact color. Now I'm layering this with a Harmor. And that sounds bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the unison all the way up to 9. And then we're going to turn up the panning to about 80%. And then we're going to turn up the pitch to about 70. Then the phase goes all the way up. Creates a nice super saw. Well, we're going to add volume envelopes. So that way it's not, you know, that's what makes it a pad. And then we're going to turn off the, or we're going to turn down the low pass, and we're going to set it for keyboard tracking. You can turn up the harmonizer if you'd like, mess with a bunch of different settings. You could probably mess with chorus and get some decent results out of that. You can mess with the compression, reverb, delay, all of that crap, but we're going to get to that later. We're going to use sins for that kind of stuff. So, let's get to making a quick pattern, since we've already basically got our sound. Pad layer 2. You can do more layers, like, I know one time I ended up layering 3 things. They all were 3x OSCs, so I had like about 9 oscillators going at once, all doing different things. So how we're going to layer these, I'm not sure how many of you know how to do this, so I'm just going to walk you through it, because I didn't know about it for a while. So we're going to click on the layer, and then this thing right here, which is the channel activity thing, you're going to click on that. If you don't click on that and you click on the actual, you know, instrument box, then it's going to open the new instrument, and you don't want that because we're trying to set the children of this layer so that when we hit a note on this, it hits the same exact note on these two. So we're going to click that box right there, and then we're going to right click this one so it also selects it, and then we're going to come over here to the pad layer and click set children, and there it is. Now if I click on the layer, it does both. Let's create a quick pattern. We're going for more of a dark ambient thing, so C3 is what we're hitting. We want lower. C2 it is. I'm going to quickly open up another FL Studio instance, and I can do this because of audio interfaces. I'm going to open pads. This is the last one I made. gonna copy the notes because I'm just cheap like that. Now I'm gonna link both of these to my mixer channels, and then create a new mixer channel called pad layer, color it, and then I'm going to use this down here to right click it. I have to have the layer 1 selected and right click it and route to this track only. So now it doesn't go to the master, it goes to this track, and then this track goes to the master. And I'm going to do the same for pad layer 2. So that way, in the end, if I disconnect this from the master, the sounds are playing, but you can't hear them because they aren't ending up in the master. These two are ending up here, and this one's not going anywhere. So we're going to put that on the master, that way we can hear it. And we're going to EQ this one a bit. Bring it down in volume a bit. And then on this one we're going to create, because you can see there's a frequency being played below 20 Hertz, and we don't want any of that there. So even though it may not be a lot, we don't want it there. So we're going to cut it off around 25 Hertz. Voila. Now if we play, we've got our thing. Even though I don't understand why it only did one of them, because it should have done all of them. That is really weird, but okay, whatever. Why? This is going to irritate me. Like, seriously. Edit, copy. Edit, paste. What the... Okay. And we're getting a bit of highs in that, and it's making it sort of gritty, and I don't want that, so I'm going to cut it off again. Let's boost some of the lower frequencies so we get that sort of bassy intro. And there you go, you got you some pads, and even though I had to record it twice, it ended up being good. So I think that the original sounded better. What's so different? I think I see what's different. Yeah. Right, so bring up that, and then alright. That's good. I think that'll be the end of the tutorial. This project file will be up on my Dropbox, and the link will be in the description. So I have no idea why I just tried to type drop. You can download it there. You can poke around. You can use this. I don't care. You don't have to give me any kind of credit. I'm doing this for a friend mainly. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more tutorials, even though I'm being very slow about these. And until next time.